Hey, what's going on? What's going on with you? Y'all already know what it is. Look, it's TK the poet. You already know it, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all wrote it. We here, talking about Poetry Life League. It's going down, like I said, July 1st. No, probably after. It's gonna happen after July 4th. We're gonna let the fireworks, break in the new competition, the best, the baddest poetry league competition that ever stepped foot on this earth. Y'all can see a lot of poetry, a lot of work, a lot of words, a lot of wordsmith, going back and forth. People with different culture, different pockets. You're gonna see love poets. You're gonna see erotic poets. You're gonna hear pain poets. You're gonna hear spoken word artists. You're gonna hear wordplay. You're gonna hear delivery. We're gonna hear stories. Man, it's so many different type of styles are gonna be in this league. It's gonna keep y'all entertained. Y'all see the merch. Yo, TK the poet. Man, the merch is coming soon. The website's getting built. Hey, look, this is gonna be fire. Poetry Life League. It's a league of poets. If you're a writer, if you're a poet, you have skills. You think you got what it takes? Join this league and see what you got against the best poets across the United States. This is not just poets in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Dallas, Texas. But no, we got poets from everywhere: New York, California, Las Vegas, Louisiana, North and South Carolina, Virginia, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, man, Chicago, Oklahoma, Delaware. We have poets from all over. Shout out to the poets in Dallas. Man, we have poets all over the United States are going to be entering this competition. We're going to see who's the best of the best. At the end of the day, at the end of the league, we're going to see who's going to be champion of Poetry Life. Who's going to take that title home? I don't know who's going to take it home, but we will see. It's going to be interesting. So we got a couple poets who'll be coming up, that's going to give y'all a little introduction about themselves and who they are, and they're going to spit some poetry, man. My homeboy, my brother, OB Knowledge, he's in the building. He's a favorite that comes on the show, man. Hey, shout out to him for pulling up. And we're going to talk about some poetry. We gonna forget all this R&B, the rap stuff. We gonna talk about poetry. Porsche is back on the map, man. I'm gonna bring up my boy Obi. Man, hold up, Obi. Bring up with you one time. Obi Knowledge. What's going on?
Salute. How y'all doing? Good evening, high rising to everyone. Um, I'm your boy Obi Knowledge from Chicago, way back by way of Atlanta, ATL. So it's how we do.
Okay. Man, so man, what's going on with you, man? It's the weekend.
Yeah, man, steady grinding. I was in the hospital. But my pen
Mm,
kept going. So
okay.
you know. The brain never stops moving. Words keep coming, downloads keep coming. So I've been writing songs, I've been putting
Mm,
poetry to my music. So, just trying to stay focused, prepare for July, and hopefully, what I'm saying, I stay at least top five.
okay. So you wrote about 5 poems?
I write about 4 or 5 poems a day.
Five, 4 or 5 poems a day. So I mean 4 or 5 poems a day.
Yeah.
Okay, what
Summer
is the time
summer
limit?
short, huh?
What is the time limit?
I mean, there really isn't a time limit because, like, if I was to put one of my long poems to a track, it would be anywhere from, I mean, without a hook, it'd be anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes.
Mm,
With a hook, it'll be anywhere between a minute to 2.5 minutes, maybe three at best.
okay.
but that also depends on if I have sound effects, if I have ad libs, all of that stuff in there, you know.
Do
So
you think that's what a lot of poetry is missing, like the music production side of poetry?
I mean, the music production side has always been there. It's just been downplayed. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Because I mean, when you think about poetry, you don't think about music. You think about words and performance art. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about the music side of it.
mm,
Like when everybody thinks about poetry, they automatically go back to like Shakespeare, or they go back to like the beatnik era back
mm,
in London, or the early 60s, where it was all peace, love, and happiness and all this other stuff. But some of the best poets were born, out of the struggle of the 60s and the 70s and out of the 30s and the 40s. So it's like we just have to take what we have and put it in motion. The music side of it mainly didn't play a big part for most poets
mhm,
because they felt like they didn't need a beat. Poets were like the freestyle artists when it came to hip hop. Like if you wanted a poet, if you wanted somebody that was a wordsmith or a lyricist, you would lean on the poet just enough to get your rhyme scheme together.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you could be a rapper, but know how to write poetry.
Right. Hold
So
on, Obi. We gotta bring someone up to the stage. We bring a lady Crucible to the stage, man. Oh, what's going on? What's going on with you?
what's going on, Queen? How you doing?
I don't know if she can hear us. Miss Lady C. I don't think she. Lady C. I'm gonna get her attention. Lady C. Lady C. We gonna bring you up one more time, Lady C. Lady C. Hey, what's going on?
Lord, I'm over. Look, I'm over here lost, y'all. I'm just over here just fidgeting. How y'all doing? How you doing?
Hey, we
Good, good,
doing
good.
great. How you doing this morning? I mean, this
Hey,
night. I say this morning. Look, I'm tripping. I don't even know if it's night or day.
hey, look, I be coming and going. Don't feel bad.
Look,
I be
look,
confused, but
look.
I'm doing
How's
good.
your weekend going so far?
It's going pretty good. Going pretty good.
Okay, okay, okay. So, tell the people who you are and where you from, and so they can get comfortable with you.
I am Lady Crucible. I am from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
I've been doing poetry, been writing poetry since the 8th grade. Getting into the performance, been going on 2 years now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you can find me on Instagram as Lady Crucible. You can find me on YouTube as Poetic Priestess, and you can find me on TikTok. Okay, I'm either under Lady Crucible or it's one of them.
Okay.
I'm over there somewhere.
Okay. Okay. So this is the first time you on this platform. So we gotta dive into who are you, how you came into poetry, all that good stuff, man.
Well, I came into poetry at a very young age.
Mm.
It's from a simple question from my mom, and it was like a challenge. She wanted to see, just I guess I found my brain could stretch because I guess I was known as a little smart ass growing up.
Mm.
So and I like playing with words. So it was like definitely a challenge that was really worth taking. And I just been writing ever since. Writing is like a passion for me anyway. I love to write. So
Okay, okay. So, man, we got one more poet coming up. Coming up, we got PAWCRAM, man, the poet.
it do, bro?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Good, what's good? What's good?
Man, tell the
What's
people
going
who you
on?
are, where you from, and shout you out your city one time.
All right, man. I'm originally from Alexandria, Louisiana. I now reside in Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay,
And you
okay,
can get,
okay.
oh shit.
Yeah, man, shout out to
um,
social, man.
huh?
Shout out to social, your
Oh,
social
oh yeah,
medias. Not your
yeah.
social
Y'all can follow,
security, but your social media, man.
you can follow me Facebook under Paul Cram the Poet,
Okay.
Instagram and TikTok under drip underscore of underscore all underscore trades for TikTok and for Instagram. And
Okay.
Paul Cram, that's my acronym for Mr. Proof a woman can raise a man.
I like that. I like that. How you come up with that?
Get in the
Let's talk
camera.
about that.
Oh, you can't get in the camera. You ain't got that clothes on. Look at
Oh man, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Shreveport, Louisiana, 2005, bro. Like my mom writes. So I went to my first real open mic and I seen people who had like poetry names. Like I didn't know anything about it, So I went home and I called my mama and asked her to help me come up with a name. Well, she cussed me out because my mama go to bed early, and it was like 9:30 at night when I called her. So she cussed me out for waking her up and then hung up in my face. But
Mm.
about 10 minutes later, she called back and she was like, "Paul Cram." I was like, "What does it mean?" And when she explained it, I was like, "That's it." So I've been Paul
Mm.
Cram for 20 years.
Prove a woman can raise a man. That's fire. I ain't gonna. That's unique. I like that. Paul Cram.
Appreciate it.
That's fire. Like that. That's dope. Like
I'm
that's
glad you broke that down because I never knew
yeah.
what that means.
Yeah, I never
I
knew
like
what it meant either.
that's fire.
Appreciate it.
Mm.
I mean, when you break it down, that's fire. That's fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Like that's
Thank
creative.
you. Thank you.
So how old was you when you first started getting into poetry?
I started writing in the sixth grade, man.
Mm.
Um, I remember getting very, very upset about something, and there was nothing else I didn't know how to express any of that. So I used to bottle my feelings up a lot. And my mother got me and my two sisters a gift. Like I didn't know if we were poor or not. My mama made a way for us, So I didn't know that we didn't have money, And she got us a gift, and it was a black frame with yellow paper with my name on it and going straight down. But it was a poem written out that my mama did for me. Like that was a gift she gave to me and my
Mhm.
sister. So it was like at that moment I was like, let me try this. And that's when I started letting my pen bleed for my emotions. And
Mm.
I've been writing ever since.
That's fire. Every six. That's
It's
fire.
great.
Sixth
It's great.
grade, man. That's fire. So, when did you start taking it serious?
Sorry.
2005. 2005 is when I stopped looking at poetry as being a hobby
Mm,
and more of a lifestyle.
mm,
Just to be completely transparent, man, I was in a real dark space, in 2005, like a real dark space, and to the point where I was ready to go ahead and check out.
mm,
So in the process of me checking out, I decided to write a letter to my family to let them know why I'm doing this. But in the process of me writing this letter, it was a poem of my emotions that just leaked on my paper. And when I
mm,
realized that I was able to like breathe after that, I put the gun up and I just kept my pen in my hand.
mm.
It's been my
Poetry,
it's been my
poetry
therapist ever
saved your
since.
life.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. Like poetry is responsible for me being here. If
Hmm.
it wasn't for my pen, I wouldn't know you.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
I can
So,
definitely contest to that.
mm,
I mean, that's why I always use the phrase "I eat, sleep, and breathe poetry."
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because poetry has been there for me when nobody else was. You know what I'm saying? So just to keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give credit where credit due. You know what I mean? So like poetry is one of those people who no matter what you do, it ain't gonna cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cheat on you because you can't lie to yourself.
Hmm. No, that's a fact. You can't. Ain't no way. Man, so look, man, I know it's about 15, 16 minutes into the program, but man, y'all care if y'all want to spit some poetry? I feel like I want to hear some real stuff. Some real heartfelt, some real life, I want to hear some real dope stuff, man. Y'all got anything like that in your arsenal?
I
When
mean, I
you say
got plenty. I
I'm,
got
I'm, I'm
plenty, but like, what do you mean? You want something raw? You want some gritty? I mean,
Some
what you
raw, some
mean?
gritty, some life stuff. I want something real, something I can feel.
Oh, I think I got a lot of that.
Yeah.
are you allowed to smoke on your platform?
Man, go ahead and light up, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Look, I was just
ain't,
waiting on the word. I was just waiting on the
look,
word.
ain't no police on here, man. Hey, you in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, but like there's always certain, exclusions to things, so it's always best to ask, you know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying?
But I just want to hear something real, something about life, something that Well,
Mm,
let me go ahead and start it off, man, and y'all catch the drift.
okay.
Can I go ahead and jump it off one time? All right, all right, all right. Everybody mute up. Let me go ahead and get into it. Let me get into it. This one is called "My Life, Not Yours." Hi, I'm TK the Poet, Israel. I'm not controlled by chemtrails or witches with spells. Walking in darkness blindly after trying to find my way. As I bump against the wall, then words start appearing in my head. You're smart, you're great, you're a king, you're powerful, you're omnipotent, you're a warrior, you're a leader, you're a blessing. Then I realized all those bumps on my wall was in braille. See, my life not yours, because I really have to endure pain. Asking God questions like, why you say my mother from dying? You let my father live, then he died. I guess there is power in the tongue. And them same words let me numb inside, suicide, what I thought about multiple times. But I was too afraid to try like skydiving. See, my life not yours. My pain, my hurt, my anger, I try to bury it. I'm telling you, it's some scary shit. When you hear the devil voice over guys, no lie. But I never told y'all the truth. Because a lie is more entertaining than me telling y'all the truth. It's not gonna stop these dark clouds from raining. That's why I realized why I've been in the dark for so long. Because I was in my mind. I kept reminiscing about struggle times. While a lot of people try to get rid of their demons, guess what? I had to summon mine. See, my life not yours. Because I really had to sleep on park slides and wake up in the morning, sneak into my partner's house just to take a shower and still go to school and give these niggas high fives. And someone told me when you speak from the heart, ain't got a rhyme. Just know that I've been through some gruesome shit. Hockey mask, old clothes. That's a Jason fit. I'm tired of small rooms, ain't no space in it. Like some basement shit when I really had to go down there and face some shit. But I really don't expect y'all understand. But I understood when I had to do a 5-year plea deal because I know my Cody was gonna take the stand. Listen, man, I made a change in my life not because I wanted to, because I had to. I couldn't walk in my pop shoes. I had to get my own pair. And life is not fair, and I can't control the hand I was dealt. Just know I'm gonna play it the best way I know how, even if I have to play it with 5 fouls. And if y'all ain't my witness, I'm not gonna stop until I win this. But what if I don't? Y'all probably say, man, you gave your best shot. But see, I can accept that. I can't go for 10 for 10 and miss the last shot to stop. So what y'all willing to accept is not what I'm willing to accept. Because my life not yours. Because now I have a family that depends on me. It's been a lot of bending knees, bleeding knees, asking please. Then a voice came to me and said, Boy, you been blessed. And I got up and said, yes, indeed. See, my life not yours. My past mistakes are what made me great. It made me realize I could survive the worst. See, I ain't need no pastor, no preacher, no pope that sit up in the church, because the one who give you the word is the one who judge you first. That's why I say I'm going to create my own lane. And no matter how hard it get, I won't throw in the towel. So before you judge me, just look at the type of environment that I came from. And just remember, my life not yours. TK the Poet.
When I tell you, you got people, you got adversaries on my phone. My sister in the background, like, okay, I hear you, I hear you. Man,
I was dope.
My life not yours, man.
that wordplay was just sick with it.
Man, appreciate it, man. But you know, like I say, that's my life not yours. Poetry changed my life, man. So you know, but that's what I'm talking about, man. I would like that real raw that. But that's one thing that poetry, that music don't got. We can be vulnerable. We can talk our
Right,
talk and be unapologetic about it. You know, and that's why I feel like right now it's an era where poetry, we need to get up and start talking, because people are listening. People are listening to what we're saying now. You know, there's people making millions of dollars just off of talking. Look at Charleston White. He just talk. And he's all over the United States just for him talking. And you telling us our poetry ain't more powerful than that? Come on. Let's keep it $1.
right. Because we passed the buck these days.
Look, look. Let's keep it $1.
So
I
Dope
know.
piece, bro. My bad, but dope piece.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it,
yeah,
man.
it really was a dope piece.
Man, well, who gonna go next, man? Who got the center stage next, man?
All right, I got this one.
Okay.
You made me dig in the archives.
Okay, I'm gonna give you center stage, man. Go ahead and do your thing. Lady Crucible, it's on you.
This one is titled "The Streets." See, the game was sold. I learned at 12 years old. My seeds are sown, uprooting from dirt. Maneuvered these streets, just call me ghost. Invisible to the eye that watched the most. They passed the torch, I picked it up. I had to learn fast, because see, there was mouths to be fed. My little sisters looked up to me. Nothing in this world came for free. Became a degenerate in these streets, properly prepared for my performance. I stood on business. My intent became intentional, because bills back then didn't have extensions. Pension from Paul to pay Peter. When the lights got cut off, candlelight dinner at the dinner table. Mama said grace gracefully. Be grateful for what we have now. But deep down, I knew we were poor. So I started slinging crack at the corner store. At 12 years old, those streets got a hold. Did all this so mama could put food on the stove. That extra money keeps the lights on, making sure my little sister had brand new clothes. We not wearing hand-me-downs no more. Continuing to make sure that mama's medicine is paid for. No longer begging at the neighbor's door, didn't have to sleep on the floor no more. Like George Jefferson, we were moving on up, cooking up dope like I was a pro. I wasn't running the corners no more. Now I'm running the block, counting dollars around the clock, got the crew on lock. They know what to do when the block got hot. Dropping off stacks in the mailbox. Mama had nothing to worry about. I'm the breadwinner of the house. Got tired of this nigga taking food out our mouths. That life I lived came at a cost. These streets rolled the red carpet out. As I held the rain, this rain poured down my pain. You ever give them flowers? Drop 10,000 on the casket, bury your colors with the only person who really matters. That solemn promise to walk away. And that's the reason I still breathe today. Poem.
Fire, fire, fire. Talk
I,
to her
I,
nice.
I
Talk
like
to her
that. I
nice.
like that. I like
Fire.
that.
Look, that was on so many different levels of putting a person perception. Like, I'm not doing this because no lifestyle. I'm doing this because I need to provide for my family. This
And
ain't
see,
I ain't
my
doing this
mom,
for the
right,
lifestyle.
right. My mom was in a wheelchair. So, I watched my mom struggle. I watched, people made crack jokes, but I literally watched my mama beg, borrow, and steal.
Mm.
my mama did what Malcolm X say, by any means necessary.
Talk
It
heavy.
was food on the table. We
Talk
had
heavy.
clothes on our back. When mom got sick, somebody had to take over. So I learned from her. I, like you said, I wasn't out here to see who could be the biggest drug dealer in the block. I knew I was past that. I learned that when after I made my first $1,000. But at the end of the day, that $1,000 had to pay the rent, had to pay the light bill. I still got little sisters that gotta go to school. I gotta feed them. I gotta clothe them. I lost my mama at 20. So I had to do the only thing that I knew how to do at such a young age, to keep a roof over their head, to keep them in school and still take care of myself. Mind you, at that time, I had 2 kids. So people want to talk about the struggle. Let me take my shoes off. Let me put them on your feet. Let me tie them up. I promise you can't walk a mile without 3rd-degree burns.
Look, that's why I say my life, not yours. Look,
you can't sit here and tell people always say it'll never be me. Never say never. Never say never. I know what it feel like to be homeless. I know what it feel like to go to bed without a meal. I've been there. I've done that.
Look.
But that don't mean you sit and stir the pot and keep sitting and letting it simmer. Eventually, you got to dish it out. I serve mine like I serve my plates.
Look, sleeping on porch slides, sneaking to my partner's house just to take a shower and still going to school and get these next high fives.
Man, people don't know how I felt to tread past the ops just to make sure you breathe every day.
Look. That's why I say my life not true. That's why I say people have a perception of what your life is supposed to be. Oh, you supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing that. Everybody's life is different. You can't tell me that I'm supposed to be at this point. My life not yours. Exactly. We didn't go through the same hurdles in life. You know,
and we dang sure didn't come through the same birth canal.
Look. We got one more poet coming up. Hey, Shorty Rock. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay. Shorty Rock in the building. Hey, what's going on, Shorty Rock?
Hello.
Rock with me. What's up?
Not much. How's everybody doing this evening?
Hey man, we doing great, man. Shorty Rock, tell the people who you are, where you from, and where they can find you at on social media.
I'm Shorty Rock. You can find me on TikTok at Mega Cartoon 80. You can find me on YouTube at poet.shortyrock. And otherwise, North Carolina bound.
North Carolina. Oh, it's that South Carolina. Where Petey Pablo from? He's from North to South Carolina.
I think he's from North Carolina.
North Carolina, throw your hands up, wave around the air just like ain't that Petey Pablo?
South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina? Oh, okay, my fault. Hey, man, shout out to the both Carolinas, man. But Shorty, man, we here, we talking deep, we talking, real life, and we get into our bag and talking about life in our poetry. We already spit two fire poems, Lady Crucible. Just spit. I don't know if you heard her poem. I don't know if you were listening.
Yes,
Fire.
She is amazing.
Look, fire.
I had to give her flowers. That's what I was trying to do.
Thank you.
Coming up. I was muting when I was backstage.
Hey, definitely appreciate you.
Yes. You're amazing. Yes, ma'am. I hope I didn't interrupt the gentleman, did I?
Oh no. So Paul, you got one in Arsenal?
Oh yeah, give me 1 second. I'm in the middle of fixing my vegetables.
Okay. Well, OB Knowledge, look, I know you ready to go. Clay Thompson, Stephen Curry of poetry, man.
But
you
I'm
ready to shoot at any time, man.
Connected. All right, give me 1 second. My headset is acting up.
Okay. Hey, Shorty Rock, I know you got one.
Then I guess the ladies will lead the way.
Hey, it's always the ladies. Give it up for the ladies. Give it up for the ladies, man. They always come through, man. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and give you center stage, Shorty Rock. Go ahead and rock the stage.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna give you guys. No, can't do that one here. I'm gonna give you Paradigm. Yes.
Okay, let's go.
There's a lot of new ones that I've had. Greetings and salutations, princess. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sunshine. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I actually love the name you gave me. I apologize for how I demand your permanent and unobjectified attention at any and all times. It may be soul jarring every now and then. I saw you were undefended and hurting, so I took it upon myself to inflict my especially specific infections prescribed giving you a warm, twisted, jaded, and perverse version of reality where inadequate will satiate the mind. I get it, but you have to admit you have a very special way of ignoring or irritating folks that is just so you can make hell freeze over. I do believe that is why the devil has a restraining order against you. I'm here for you, though, through those sleepless nights when the other side of the bed is cold, when you have been told that you weren't enough, forgotten, neglected, rejected, used, lied to, and abandoned by the world. Days will seep by without a care, but require reminders. I'll let isolation become a comfort to you. It's just something so pure about monopolizing your time from anything that brings you joy to alert you to all my wants and needs. They will require a receipt from your love because you do nothing special. And to prove your love, I will be stepping in when my patience is tried. I'm not asking for permission or consent, more informing you. This is my playground. I am queen of this hill. I own, occupy, and fortify this mental Rubik's with paths of a labyrinth. These are your growing pains. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I got you. I will be with you always, caressing the many folds and intricacies of each hemisphere, sometimes making it impossible to follow a coherent thought. I wish for you to know that I'm only helping you. I need you all to myself. No one will ever know you as well as me. Sincerely, your biggest fan, Sunshine. Peace.
Hold on. I like the dialogue. You're a great storyteller, great writer. Oh man, look, that was fire. Shorty Rock, your storytelling is omnificent. Top tier.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's the tonality for me.
Right, right,
It's just
right.
You know, I know I done embraced a couple of stages, you know what I'm saying, Mike's with you, but this one here was just, this was out of sight right here. You took that to a whole nother, the fact that it's dark, and the fact if people
Right.
really pay attention, it's like you can feel yourself walking in that darkness as you speak. That
Mm-hmm.
is amazing.
Look, look, look. Like I tell her, she's one of ones. She's one of ones. Mr. PAWCRAM, man. Pop Cram, man, the poet. What you got something for us?
Yeah, I got a piece. You say we on some like real life stuff right now, right?
We on some real life stuff, man. You know, let's deep into some realness, man.
All right. Well, this piece is called Letter to My Father. Hey, Pop. I'm writing you this letter because there are some things that I really need to get off of my chest. I need you to explain the complete mindset of a man that has no problem putting his kids through the stress of feeling like their father is missing, all because of the fact that a condom broke and responsibility is now existing. I need to know why you felt like it was okay to deny me to my face. Do you remember? I was 7 years old when I asked if you were my father. And with no hesitation, you looked at me with eyes that looked just like mine, opened your mouth and said no, followed by, but I am your friend, though. You were really comfortable with that bullshit falling out the hole in your face. You really made the attempt to substitute a 7-year-old's feelings of being neglected by a man who was supposed to biblically be respected with your own perverse version of happiness because you made the decision that being my friend would somehow equate for the years lost. I was 7 years old, man. I was 7 years old when you said that shit to me, and you had the audacity to wonder why my trust is messed up. I need to know why at the age of 14 you reached out to me on that special Sunday in the summertime, Father's Day. You called me on Father's Day. You called me on the day set aside for real men that take care of their seeds, and for me, a single mother that had to play the double role. You know, you picked that day of all days to call me. And you called me, interrupting me slicing my mother's happy Father's Day cake because on this day, I had to honor her position. She did the best she could without you, which is why I am proof a woman can raise a man. I made it. I made it without you. I also need to know why I had a sister that lived a few blocks from me. But we did not know we until later on in life where she noticed me. Then me and she decided to become we with plans to introduce our pelvis in between sheets. Why were you keeping unnecessary secrets? Secrets that could have drastically changed the quality of life of your oldest seeds. Just imagine what could have happened if the object of my sexual attraction did not have so many distractions, giving her mother time to really look at me and start asking, hey, boy, who your people is? What's your mama name? Showing me a pic asking, is this dick your father? I just want to know why. I want to know why you felt like it was okay to ask for another opportunity to be in my life when all the hard work was completed by the woman you abandoned. Let me make something perfectly clear before we go any further. I don't mind getting to know you, but I'm too old to be looking for a father. Besides, you're not my father anyway. We're just friends, right? So as your friend, I accepted the invitation to your space, knowing that your number one priority would never be me due to your passion for that glass gas station vase with the fake rose in it, using all of your income to stuff Brillo and a white rock in one end of it, peeping out the blinds looking for something to see, but can't see that this shit got your mind bullshitting. I can't even light this raggedy ass stove to make some noodles because the 25 lighters on your dresser had all the fluid missing. I need to know why you chose to die the way that you did. The scene seemed like it came directly from a low-budget movie. Pipes and paraphernalia was all over while you was in your chair slumped over with your eyes all gloomy. Your wallet was laying empty on the floor because the hoard you chose to open your door for and share your shit with didn't hesitate to take your last $5.62 as soon as you took that hit and your life said, I quit. This is what you chose over me, and I just want to know why. But an answer I never received because you're gone. So now I'm pissed at the fact that just like you, I allowed too much time to pass, and now that you've passed, the chances has passed for me to alleviate the anger I had towards you, Dad. So I'm forced to live in a state of mind of a wonder. But in the midst of my wonder, I can guarantee that I will be the man that my mother raised me to be. True example to my son of what manhood should be. Determined not to be a father like you, and I will raise a son like me. So I guess in reality, I truly owe you a thank you for showing me everything that I shouldn't be. And that's that drip.
Bro, let me just say, I'm about to cry. Because not only do I feel your pain, I feel like I share that pain. The fact that he said, no, I'm not your father. I'm
But
your
I can be your friend though.
Right. Like, if that's not the world's most cold-heartedest response in the world, that shit sent chills down my spine.
But he said, I'm gonna be the man that my mama raised me to be.
And like the fact that he said I'm proof that a woman can raise
a man.
That's deep.
Appreciate that, dog. Thank you. Appreciate
That's
that.
deep.
Man, and because the thing is, it's so real. The feeling, the vibe from it, everything is real. It's like, and that's one thing that can't be duplicated. Your raw feelings, your raw emotions. You live through this. That's why I say, like, some people can, try to plagiarize somebody's poem, but you can't get the same feeling if I spit it, because I lived through this.
Right.
You might can emulate it, but you can't give out this feeling, because these are real feelings, real emotions that's coming through my words. Look, you was
I
talking.
appreciate that, man. Thank
That was
you.
fire. I mean, it was throughout the whole poem. Was no drop off. It was no drop off. And look, look, look. That's what I'm talking about. You gave me exactly what I was talking about, man. Like that vulnerability. Because look, I had a father, and it took me. Look, I'm not gonna hold you. I seen him like a couple times when I was younger, and I like the crazy thing about it, I look just like him. When I say I look just like him, I look just like him. And I say the last 3 years of his life, me and him reconnected. We started talking, and and it was like I had to give him that time to talk to me so I can get that understanding from him. So me and him talk, and I got some answers that I never would have got if I would never talk to him. Me and him for the last 3 years of his life, we built a relationship. So, even though I had to resentment this, because I told him on the phone, man, he got into it with my little brother. I call him up like, man, what you on? I said, you gonna make me pull up and put hands on you. And I'm like, man, we ain't finna do that. So, but it got from that point for me just calling him every week and stuff like that, talking and really understanding. And me being a man now and understanding how women are, I can understand that my mom was kind of crazy. My mom was like, I ain't gonna hold you. My mom was one of the ones that, like, nah, nigga, I ain't gonna doing that. My mom was a gangster, It's been times that I come home, mama got bully holes in her car. I'm like, what you in, But my mom was like that, so I know my mom probably was a toxic woman. So, and that's one thing that we have to understand as men, as kids growing up. We don't know the relationship of our father and our mother, but we always quick to to take our mother's side because our mother raising us. But sometimes, like I said, my mom, she probably was a toxic woman. I ain't gonna hold you. She probably was like, but it still don't give me no excuse, but I can see why, you know. So, and that what made me, okay, let me hear your side of the story. And once we
Yeah.
got past that, we started talking and stuff like that. And like I was like, I was in my late 30s when me and him, built our relationship again. And but it was good talking to him, you know. So I mean, I look, I completely feel, that poem, 100%, man, for real.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother.
Man. But I had to speak up on that because look, that's real deal. Hey, OB knowledge, you know, I know you got something special, man. Oh, hold on, I can't hear you. Let me unmute you. I can't hear you. There you go. What you
Can
say,
you hear
OB?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I got something I can do.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna
Uh
give you the center stage. You go ahead and get your bars out. OB knowledge is on you.
okay. I need drugs. I need drugs. I know it's only gonna take 15 minutes, but I need to get my script. See, I be twitching and tweaking, trying to figure out what's going on in my life. But see, these doctors keep haunting me, wanting me to be something that I'm not. But at the same time, I gotta beg for aid because they got what I need. I need my drugs, man. I mean, this Tegretol, this Lamictal, this Keppra. My insurance can't pay for this shit, man. Understand? It's hard without my medication. Debasing my brain with these frequencies that don't have anything to do with me, but at the same time, the reality is I'm dying to live and living to die because every time I go to the doctor, they always seem to want to try something new. Now I got a VNS, a DBS, and I'm stressed because both of these things have frequencies that do not fluctuate with my spirit. So it's hard for me to hear you when you're speaking because my brain be leaking trying to figure out why these frequencies be coming from different directions, hoping and expecting these doctors to have answers for the reasons why things is what they is and why they ain't what they ain't. I mean, I know that doesn't make sense, but just listen to me for a minute because all I've been doing is trying to figure out how I became an epileptic, and they still can't tell me the answer. But at the same time, I realize my mind is not in question. It's spirit. See, I feel it. The words and the frequencies, the elevation, the tribulation, it's all a part of life. See, they've diluted my mind with this medication, so it's not divine. See, anything that's divine flows naturally. So, ridding my body of this medication has to be a way of stimulation. So now I have to take the right fruits, plants, herbs, to neutralize my body, take all this poison out my body and replant it back into their world. Understand these little boys and girls don't understand the way the world works. So now I have to choke them out and make them realize that these doctors ain't what it's all about. This thing called epilepsy has had me frustrated for 46 years, and I'm still crying the same tears. Just came out of surgery 2 days ago. Got a new battery in my chest, but I'm blessed to be here spitting these bars so people can understand why my brain finds a way to fluctuate at the elevate to another level because the treble and the bass has to be even. Gotta have balance. Gotta have a reason. This new season has been anticipating my mind, so now I have to find a way for people to fluctuate the frequency that I will display. These doctors still don't have a way or even a reason to tell me that I should still be alive when everybody else is telling me I should be dead. But this isn't all in my head. It's just facts. Cause I got electrodes inside my cranium, and they're free flowing frequencies that have inside of me. So now I have to be a spirit, readjust my mind frame, use the holiness in me to imbalance the frequency of the fluctuating kryptons that have been inside of me, the chips that have been diluting my frequency, trying to rearrange the change in my mind frame. And this mainframe does not maintain the frequencies because all of this is a part of a neutral reality. They're trying to install the matrix when the matrix really don't make sense when you got a Holy Spirit. And I live in triple darkness, so you can't always understand where my mind be at. So here's the facts. I'm an epileptic, but I'm a holy man. Understand, I pray for divine guidance every day. That's why I'm still alive, because I found my way. I say.
That was fire, man. I had to unmute. Hold up, man. Straight fire. So you did you when did you write that?
When I got out the hospital,
Mm, mm. And you know what? Like that hit me in a different way because my wife, we were struggling with that today. The pharmacy told her that she couldn't have one of her medicine. She have to talk to the doctor. The doctor wouldn't put in the prescription in the first place. So what do you need to talk to the doctor about? If the doctor put in the prescription, you got to call and talk to what you have to talk to the doctor for. So now we got to wait till Monday. Like look,
see,
this look.
I just had a $2,000 surgery that, if I did not have insurance, would have cost me $5,000.
Mm,
Now, the battery they put in my chest, um, it it is a upgrade from the prototype that they had in my chest initially.
mm,
I have what they call a vagus nerve stimulator in my chest, which runs up the side, one side of my neck and behind my ear to my brain. And then on the other side of my chest, I have a DBS, which is called deep brain stimulator, which runs up the side of my neck in between these thick wires that goes into this wire cap that's in placed in the center of my brain. So I've been asking my doctors, how did I get epilepsy? How did this happen? And they don't have no answers, but yet they still keep trying to experiment on me. So I'm playing hopscotch and double dutch with these doctors as if they have the answers and they really don't. So why are you not giving me my medication? If all I need is this medication,
mm.
just let me get the medication.
Right.
Forget the insurance, forget the premiums, forget all of that. Just give me what I need and I'll go about my way.
Because the money's in the treatment. The money's not in the cure.
Hmm. Oh,
Exactly. Exactly.
the doctor gave prescribed my wife the wrong medicine while she was in the hospital. Medicine that she was allergic to. So
That's
then
happened to me before.
so when the head doctor come in, he like, oh yeah, we all dropped the ball because this goes through a couple of hands, and it's just not only one doctor, it's several doctors that overlooked this. So you telling me y'all all failed to look at the charts, and the last
And they don't
person, well, that's
and
crazy.
they don't think about the malpractice suit that'll go against the hospital
But
because
look,
they
see,
know
look,
that the hospital is protected.
but yeah, but because a lot of lawyers are afraid to go against the hospital. Because
Hmm.
I talked to a couple lawyers, they say, well, it's a practice. They're entitled to mess up as long as they can catch they make mistakes, so they can mess up. As long as they could
Hmm.
correct their mistakes. Like they and say it's a practice. What you think they doing? They don't know. They practicing. It's a 50-50.
Right. And anytime you sign a document at a hospital, they let you know ahead of time. This is a trial drug. This is an experimental drug. It's new on the market. If you choose to take it, you take it at your own risk. That way, your insurance company is covered, your doctors are covered, the hospital is covered, all of that.
That's crazy. But like I said, it's not designed for them to get us better. It's designed for us to keep a little bit sick and keep us buying this medicine, keep on with the treatments. They ain't trying to heal nobody and stuff like that.
But that's why I said you have to now take the natural herbs and spices to
Hmm.
enhance your frequency.
Your ginkgo
Because
biloba, your dandelion roots, your red clover.
exactly, you feel me? The cayenne pepper,
Hmm.
your beet juice, all of that ginger, all you gotta do all of that now. You know, I
I
mean,
ain't doing
don't
that.
get me, huh?
Beet juice. I don't give a damn how healthy I'm trying to get. I ain't doing that.
Hey, hey, I just started the beet juice yesterday, bro. On some realness. My mom cooked them, cut them up, and I gotta juice them in the morning.
Uh-uh.
But she let me taste it. Man, that is the most bitter thing I've ever tasted. She said it's sweet. Now I guess
Uh-uh.
they supposed to be sweet, but your version of sweet and my version of sweet is two different things.
Her
You
taste,
know,
her
I was
taste buds must come from like slave times, cause that's no, there's nothing sweet about it. Ugh, like it made my stomach hurt thinking about it. You gonna drink the juice of a beet? Like, nah, bro,
but
nah.
see the thing about it is, bro, I went from being 250 pounds to I'm 207 right now. I've been on my health journey and on my spiritual journey for the last 3 years. So I've lost the weight. So the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I'll be
thing
fat. I'm gonna be fat. I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking it. I'm just gonna be big.
Well, I mean, you ain't gotta drink beet juice. You know what I'm saying? You could do cucumber and lemon. You know what I'm saying? You could drink that 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the fat will just fall off of you because half of your weight is water anyway. 96% of your fat is water weight.
Like
I
Kool-Aid
agree. I
protein.
agree with Paul. I agree with Paul Cram. Just like he ain't doing beets, I ain't doing cucumbers. That's thing. And beets
You don't
nasty
like
too.
cucumbers?
Now I'll
No.
drink cucumber water. Like I'll do that. Like I like that for whatever reason, but it's just something about a beet. I just don't feel like we supposed to be eating it. I think somebody just decided to eat it. I don't think.
I'm not doing the
I don't think it was
cucumbers.
I
here for
did
that. I
my
think that
I
shit
did my
was made
research,
to
bruh. I, I do my research before I put anything in my temple. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it does regulate your blood. It does have a high iron content and magnesium content, so it does help you with your blood sugar and stuff like that. Which
a beet.
I am
A beet is like an organ. It's like an organ of the
I
vegetable
know,
world.
right?
It's like
And then
eating a
I'm not gonna
liver,
even lie to you.
but a vegetable.
Right. It's like, why do the juice gotta be so dark red? So like the first time I was little. Okay, I ain't
Uh,
gonna even say little. I think I was like maybe what, 13, 14 years old. And my grandma said go pour
ugh.
her a cup of beet juice. And it was like, do is this why
So,
why
so
why
do y'all
why
drink
why
prune
why why
juice?
do it?
Hell
Yeah,
no.
I was just about to mention prune juice
So y'all
because
drink
No.
prune
see,
juice?
I grew up
I,
on
No.
it's
prune
not.
juice.
Yeah, I have too. It ain't that bad.
I grew up on prune juice. I didn't grow up on beet juice.
Yeah, I
No,
mean
see,
prune
my
juice ain't that
grandmother had
bad.
prune juice in her refrigerator, but I ain't touch it. Like it was, I tried it one time. I tried
I
it
don't
one
touch
time,
it
and I
either.
remember
I
the
don't touch
effects,
it
and I've
either.
never touched it since.
You ain't never ate dry
I would just
prunes?
say this here.
No, I don't like raisins either.
Oh man, y'all don't know what y'all missing.
But
Prunes are good.
you know what I just got hip to though? I
What's that?
just got hip to dates.
Dates?
Dates are
Now I don't know if
dates
I had any dates though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
dates
don't know if
are
I had
good
that.
dates they're just big versions of grapes. They're
Oh,
big dried out versions of grapes. And they're actually a lot sweeter than raisins and prunes.
I probably have. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nope, I ain't never had
I don't
one, and
need it. I probably didn't. I
I
probably
tried
didn't. I
different
don't know.
foods. I tried different foods and stuff, but I'm like 100% okay with not trying certain shit, like dates. Like I just can't see myself looking at this and saying, you know what, I'm gonna try it. Isn't that like a furry looking
Oh
raisin
no.
Nah,
or grape
it
thing?
nah, it looks like a prune, but it's darker. It's darker than a prune.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it the same. No, I'm gonna give a prune.
See,
Look,
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm
know
like
it
you.
is.
I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sit there and look at it, and then I'm gonna name everything that it looked like except for what it was supposed to look like. And it's like,
Look.
no, I'm good.
Well,
I'm just not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna be like,
I
no.
mean, I had to get to the point to where as I wasn't eating food because of it tasting good, I had to eat it because it was healthy.
Hey, that's some real strong mental
Right,
shit right there,
right,
bro. And I
right,
commend
right,
you
right.
because being from Louisiana, oh
Huh,
no,
huh,
no,
huh.
taste is
Look,
key.
taste is everything.
But look,
Taste is
my
key.
like I love Louisiana. I love the food there. But the one thing that I cannot eat from Louisiana is that what's that green stuff y'all eat? It's like it look almost like soup.
Oh, I don't know. You got me
You
on
mean
that one.
okra?
Gumbo,
Huh?
He
Okra?
said gumbo.
gumbo.
Okra.
Callaloo. Callaloo.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
That's
cantaloupe.
what it is.
Oh,
Callaloo. I
yeah,
ain't messing
it's
with
an acquired
I,
taste.
yeah, I'm that's an acquired taste, bro. Callaloo. I can't do it,
I
bro.
haven't
But look,
acquired it either.
look. About while
The
we
name
talking
within
about
itself don't even sound edible.
look while we talking about food. What about the stigma that that starving artists? They look at poet like we're a poet and we starving artists. Do you think that's a good sentiment to describe a poet?
I
Nah,
think it's a crutch. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Obi.
nah, you good. Go ahead.
I feel like that title is a crutch for people who are lazy and don't want to work hard in their craft.
Mm,
Facts.
mm.
All right, because that's just my personal opinion. Because there's many
Look,
opportunities, there's many workshops, there's a whole lot of things that you can do if you don't want to be labeled as a starving artist. Like I'm not saying that tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna live off of your art, but you can definitely do things to put yourself in position to to make a profit off your gift. But a lot of people say starving artists, and that's the easy crush to fall on. It's
mm,
I'm not making any money with this because I'm a starving artist. No, you're not making any money with this because you're not putting the hustle in it that you should.
mm. So I mean, what are a couple things that you had overcame in poetry to get to the spot or the position that you at now?
Man, my confidence, I had absolutely zero. Like I had absolutely no belief in me when it came down to poetry because I kept comparing myself to others. Um, I think that was one of the greatest mistakes I made starting out as trying to being a spoken word artist was comparing myself to artists that I'm looking at and looking up to and not understanding that the pedestal that I put them on, the reason why they got there is because of the 8, 9, 10 years I didn't see before this, that they
Mm,
grind, that they hustle, that they put the effort and work in to their craft to get where they are today. So I was comparing myself to things like that, and I just didn't have the confidence. That has totally changed. There's a bunch of people I give credit to for that, but one in particular, True Sister out of Shreveport, Louisiana. She gave me all the confidence in the world for me to start doing erotic poetry. And I love her to death for that. Like, so because of her giving me that confidence and me realizing that, hey, you know what, I do have a talent, I do have a skill set where I can make a profit from doing something that I love to do. I'm now working on my first EP. I got like 2 mixtapes in a book. So it's like
Okay, talk
you
heavy.
just gotta hustle. Hmm?
I said talk heavy.
Yeah, so you gotta put the work in. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like, I'm still putting the work in. It's
Mm-hmm.
that's just part of it. It's if you ever get to the point as a poet, if you ever get to the point where you feel like you have nothing else to learn, quit.
Hmm.
It's just,
Look,
if you feel like you can't learn nothing else as a poet, quit.
look. Like on a day-to-day basis, I'm learning. You know, and but that's a good question, Lady Crucible. What have you learned in poetry from since you started until now? What have you learned?
I've learned how to play with words. I've learned persona. I've learned different writing styles because I did not know that there was like over 170. I think it's 70 or 80 different writing styles, different poetic tools. When I tell you, it's like I'm like a sponge. I love learning new things, and I love a challenge. So it's like writing is already a passion,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to express my emotions and my feelings and exactly how I feel, whether it's good or bad, that's a beautiful thing for me.
Right. Shorty Rock. What about you? What have you learned from since you started poetry until this very moment? What have you learned?
Mm, um, what have I learned? Um, Mine is a terrible thing to waste. Um,
Don't tell me I put you on the spot now.
I said the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and I was actually over here writing, so I was distracted. I'm sorry.
No,
I
hey,
was
when you got that itch to write, you got to write it down. Hey, I get it.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Look, I come back to you, Shorty Rock. OB knowledge. What have you learned from since you started poetry until now?
Well, I can definitely piggyback off Paul Cram. Confidence was a big one for me. Like, I had confidence in the beginning, but like it wasn't to where it needed to be. Um I I I I was on stage with some of Atlanta's best poets,
Mm,
and you know get up on stage behind them. That was a hard thing for me to do. Somebody's background is like really loud. It's got a lot of static in their background. Somebody's
there you
got a
go.
lot of static.
There you go.
Yeah. But like what I learned is that you have to you have to literally pay attention to everybody in the room. Like, you got to focus on the way they deliver, their stage presence, you know what I'm saying? Their rhyme schemes, everything. You have to be able to utilize the tools that's right in front of you. Not only that, um, everybody you run into will contribute to your repertoire. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? They will contribute to your repertoire because they are the motivation for you to say, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Paul Cram challenged me to use my pen, to defend my craft. And I declined because I felt like I didn't have anything to prove. But I'm going to say this live on the show today. It's not that I felt like I didn't have anything to prove. It was the fact that, you know, I have been writing for so long that the fact that somebody questioned my pen was like an insult to me. But I took that and I wrote 5 pieces. I wrote
Mm.
5 pieces. I, I wrote 5 pieces, and him challenging me gave me the motivation to go and write 5 pieces. And I
Mm.
trashed every last piece. Because I went Ram's page and I said, this man can spit. So I said, if I'm going to write, I got to write something that's up to this nigga's standards.
Okay, talk heavy. Yeah, that's
So,
respect. That's respect.
so I went in that, and I'm in the middle of recording, I think, the third track. You know what I'm saying? But you learn something from everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And even Soul Ink Pen, I learned something from him. He's the type of person that's very determined. He wants to get his point across. You know what I'm saying? So when you fall in line with people like that, even in the midst of a conflict, you feel what I'm saying? You see the passion in them that just pushes you to be more passionate. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you can never take what another poet does indirectly or directly as a complete slight, because they actually trying to teach you something. Because just like the rap game ain't nice all the time, poetry game ain't nice all the time. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to step your game up. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
Paul Cramp. So, what's the backstory? Like, you felt like your pen
no,
was inadequate or something? You telling
no,
what's going
no. I
on?
never said that. So there. Not going into details because it's not my story to tell.
Okay,
But
okay.
there was a situation that happened, and a 1v1 was called out.
Mm,
So me basically, I was trying to get the 1v1 going on my platform.
okay.
So as far as me thinking that he's inadequate as a writer or anybody else, no, it's not that. I was trying to get it on my platform, but when he first told me no, I was like, man, you're being accused of something that can kill your character. And like you use your pen to like you saying it's not the case, use your pen to defend it. So he's right when
I
I called
mean,
him out on that part.
okay.
He's
I
right.
mean,
I
it
think,
seems fair. It seems
you
fair.
know, like I said, I'm not going into details because it's not my story to tell, but
Right.
a person's story that it is, they're listening. Uh but I
Uh,
still, like right now, like I still feel in just in my heart and in my honest to God pettiness, I still would like to see the 1v1 with him and Souls. And the reason why I want to see the 1v1 with him and Souls is because of the emotion that they both put behind their pieces. And it's like when all that situation was going and Souls did ask for the 1v1,
mm, Mm.
And it's like at this time, Obi had already calmed down, and by the time Obi calmed down, he was thinking with a more like of a level head, and he was like, he's just, he's not gonna do it. And he explained to me, which I'm not gonna say, he explained to me why he wasn't gonna do it, and then he told me who he did 1-on-1v1, and I found it funny. I found, I found it funny. I found it funny, and I also found it. I found it bold, and I found it petty, and I respected it. And the reason why I respected it because I know me,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'd have took that same route. My words probably would have been a lot worse than his, but I'd have took that same route. But I know Soul's Ink Pen. Like I've been rocking with Souls for some years, so when me and Obi had our conversation and things were said, I was like, I immediately was like, ooh, this is gonna be great because this is like my brother. Like, okay, cool. So let's go. Like, let's get it. No,
But
I don't think
that's the great
Obi's
thing
been
about
as an
poetry.
artist.
That's the
Huh?
great thing about poetry. We can express ourselves through our pen and stuff like that. If you have any type of grievances towards, I like, okay, let's write. You know,
I mean,
let, let
I've never been in an actual like poet. Well, I've been in a slam. Like I've been in like two slams. Um, but I've in that particular type of situation, I've never been in anything like that. And the the promoter in me got excited, like, man, this would be
right,
dope to have this on the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. Like, this would be
right.
so dope. And I wanted to take that particular battle, whether it be with Souls or with Shorty, and gauge off of that to see if I was gonna try to do this like once a month.
Mm.
So, but it fell through. But hopefully, we'll figure out what's going on later on, and hopefully we can get Mr. Knowledge to
Well,
battle.
once my health gets better, and I'm able to breathe properly. You know what I'm saying? Because just having surgery. I mean, I can spit, but like I can't. My breathing control has to get back in
Right.
my
Oh
in
yeah,
rhythm.
Look, look,
don't worry.
look. We totally understand because after surgery, you may look fine, doesn't mean you're fine. So, look, I totally understand that. Look,
Don't
you
worry.
know,
But but seriously though,
I'm gonna need
I'm
you to
sorry,
keep my name
Shorty.
out your mouth.
But seriously though, like just on some real level shit. The the issue with you and Shorty, that's you and Shorty's issue. Um,
Oh no, I mean it ain't no issue no more. I mean, like
Like,
it's not even really worth you
like I
know.
said, keep my name out your mouth. Take your videos down. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth.
I never
oh,
said your
Yeah,
name.
like I
oh,
said what I said. I said what I said.
I
I
never
said
said
what
your
I
name.
said.
but
I
I do
never
want to
said
see
your
you
name.
and Souls one
look,
v one.
look, look,
I
look,
do want to
look,
see you
look,
and Souls
look.
1v1.
Hold on, I muted with y'all both because on this platform is love, peace. Yeah, we talk our ish from time to time, but only time we get to talk our ish if we're going to battle. You cannot talk ish and not battle. So this is not a platform for you just to talk ish and no, you got to battle. 1v1. You know what we do. This is what we do. We don't talk ish and don't battle. So if can y'all please reframe your comments to be kind, gentle, and positive outlooks, or if y'all going to battle, I'll let y'all go ahead and get your bars off. But if there's no battle going on, then we ain't gonna do that. We're not doing that. So I'm gonna bring up before her, I unmute both of y'all. I'm gonna bring up True Poet, and Soul Ink Pen. Soul Ink Pen, what's going on with you,
So,
I was just getting ready to
yeah,
go to
y'all
work, and I
straight?
decided I'm gonna wait.
man?
Y'all straight?
What's good, man?
What's
Everything
going on,
good
Good.
in
Soul?
here?
Hey,
What's
hey,
up?
man, we rocking today, man. What's going on with you, man?
Got
Man,
a most
so
thing. Been going through some depression. I'm good though. I'm straight.
hey,
Okay,
blessings
that's
to you,
what's
bro.
up.
Keep strong, bro. Keep strong mentally, for real.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
True Poet, tell the people who you are and where you from, real quick.
True poet out of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm in OKC right now. My mom trying to figure out what am I doing on the phone. She has no idea that like we live. It's like an old people thing, and they just. But her
That's
birthday
funny.
tomorrow. Hey, y'all, tell my mama happy birthday. Her birthday
Happy
tomorrow.
Happy
birthday, happy
birthday!
birthday. Turn up one
Birthday
time.
to you.
Let's go.
Happy
Hey,
birthday
hey,
to you.
hey.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday.
Happy
Yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all for that love. Appreciate the love, y'all.
You say you in Little Rock?
birthday.
Look, I'm not a
Yeah.
singer. I don't think she want me to sing to her.
Hey,
You say you in
it's
Little
all
Rock?
love, man.
Look, I'm not a
Yeah,
singer,
I'm
so I
based.
don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
she want
based
me to
out of
hit the
Little Rock.
notes for her. So
Hey,
yeah,
hey, as long,
man.
hey, I know how you feel though. Yeah, it's about the thought, the thought. I feel it.
Nah, for real. So Ink Pen, tell them people who you are and where you're from.
Souls Ink Pen from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Uh,
Muskogee. All right.
born and raised. Born and raised. Been doing this poetry thing for fun and for money.
Okay. So how you get into poetry?
Uh, uh, I got into it because I was young and I shit. I liked the girl that didn't like me. You know, that's just how it works. This girl didn't like me, and I started writing
That's
my
real.
feelings down, and then motherfuckers started liking the fact. Dig this. These motherfuckers was like, "Hey, I like this girl." I'm like, "Hey, I like the same girl." They're like, "Yeah, but can you write me something to get with her?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Fuck. Then the girl turned around and be like, "Hey, can you write me something to tell this motherfucker that I don't want to be with him no more?" I'm making money.
Look, I can dig it, man, for real. But
I,
man,
I, I was getting with myself and breaking up with myself in a week. The
oh,
fuck?
that's tough.
Yeah, that's a crazy origin story for real.
Look,
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
so we was spitting some poetry. We was talking about some real life, some real, personal. If you got any real poetry that's talk about life, we'd love for you to grace the platform with your poetry, man.
Who me?
Yes, yeah. So Ink Pen, yes, you.
Um, shit, I just been battling depression. I ain't got shit on me right now. Let me see.
Oh, come on, Poe.
I
I know
give you
you got some.
yeah, do. I got
Oh,
you. I
okay,
got you. I
okay.
got you. I got you.
Talk heavy, talk heavy.
I hit you with the first one I ever did on stage ever.
Okay, let's go. You got the center stage. So Ink Pen is on you.
As they looked at each other with malice in their eyes, the two females noticed each other's demise. They despise what he's put them through, running around screwing every female he can while saying how much he loved the main two, but one of them is fed up. The other one will stay. It's stupidity she has that'll seal her fate now. While the first one moved on, the other one stayed. She had no idea the decision she made. Fed up with the games and fed up with the shit. Um, Fed up with the games and fed up with the shit. A few days later, she emptied the clip. She had it coming. She had it coming real soon. Had she looked a little closer, had he looked a little closer, he would have seen the heart wound. She has no idea what's in for her, no idea what's ahead, but she knows the judge told her in 2 years you'll be dead. She could have avoided all this had she listened to the other. Now our child has to go on, has to live without a mother. Lost souls. I have not spit that poem in like 7 years, 8, 9, 10, 12 years.
Look, that's fire for you to even remember and got that far. Cause look, my first
Oh,
poem, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't
fuck.
know about that
God, that
first
shit
one.
was rough as fuck.
Look. Man, true poet. You got one of them lifestyles poems you got in the cut, man.
Did you
One of
say
those,
lifestyle?
you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
nah, he ain't
I
got no
mean, look.
lifestyle. He got one on Magnums though.
yo, that's wild. That's crazy work.
Look,
That's
pause,
crazy
pause
work.
if necessary,
Right. I'm
man.
gonna
That's
stop y'all for y'all.
diabolical.
Like where y'all going with this, man? Where y'all going with
Hey,
this?
hey, man, no, man, not that. I'm talking about life experience poem, man. Look, man.
Oh yeah, my bad. I had to go grab my book out my car so I could,
Hey,
cause Cause he would like just the piece that came to mind, like even when Soul got on the call and was talking about depression, it brought a piece to my mind. So I'm grabbing my book real quick.
Okay, grab the books and get them notes, man. Get them notes and quotes.
Yeah, I don't memorize pieces in my book. It's just too much.
Look, see, I have a handful of poems that my go-to poems that I have memorized. It's like about 8, 9 poems that I got memorized that are my
Yeah.
little go-to. And there's some poems that I've written that's I want to memorize them, but I'm like, which poems I kick out my memory to replace it with this one. So it's a struggle trying to remember new pieces and just fall in love with them like I fall in love with the ones I already remember, man.
I
And my
got another
favorite.
one.
Oh yeah,
If
hey, yeah,
anybody,
please.
Look,
all right,
Yeah,
can I get a
please
second?
fill in for me.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys double entendre. The English language is wild. Separate, these words don't mean much, but it's when you put these words together, the world could split open and they still won't mean a hell of beans. Now analyze this. I love you for the way your eyes sparkle in the light. I love you for the way you command attention when you walk into a room. I love you for the way others notice a leader. I love you for the way you love others and only see the good in them. I love you for the way you give people a second chance, even if I want to rip them apart for using you. I love you for being the strongest person in the world, even if you have weak moments. I love you for the reason that you have a kind heart and you are so loyal to the end. I love you for being the one to give me a second chance at life. I love you for always being the worst liar in the world. I love you for the way you can understand me, even when my anger is misguided. I love you because you listen to me. I love you for being able to protect me from the things that go bump in the night and even from myself. I love you for being my lover. In the right hands, these three words can bring a family together or it can tear them apart. I love you for being a great parent and knowing it's not about us but the kids. I love you for being able to stand on your own 2 feet even when I was or wasn't by your side. I love you for not taking my kids from me or putting me down because you could not be with me. I love you for instilling the proper guidance over our seeds and to help them grow into some beautiful people. I love you for allowing me the room to grow into my own spiritual sexual energy. I love you, but you need to go find your baby daddy. I love you, but she's sleeping with half the block. I love you, but I can't turn a whore into a housewife. I love you, but I don't have time to train you. I love you, but I made a mistake with you. These three words can mean I love you in the wrong way. They can mean nothing but absolute trouble. I love you for what can be known as infatuation or lust. I love you for the fact that you are just a trophy and you're only a fucking pretty face. I love you because I can control you and I get off on that. I love you because you're weak and you're too fucking scared to live without me. I love you because this is the best you'll ever get. I love you because without me, you're nothing. I love you because I'm going to violate your fucking trust. I love you because it's all about my wants and needs. I love you because I don't deserve you. I love you. I'm going to break your heart. I love you because you're here to serve me. I love you because you are unworthy to stand anywhere but behind me. I love you because I can't understand you I'm forced to control you or destroy you. I love you. Now, bitch, go pay my bills. I love you because you live in the light and I live in the dark. I love you because I'm just preparing you for the next man. These three words can carry so much weight to one person and so little to another. These words are used so commonly, I doubt even toilet paper has this much play. I love you has nothing to do with you laying waste to my self-esteem. I love you has nothing to do with you putting your hands on me, but in this day and age, it could. I love you has nothing to do with you keeping me under your control. I love you has nothing to do with my ability to constantly threaten to run away from you. I love you has nothing to do with mental or verbal abuse. I love you has nothing to do with my ability to manipulate you into doing what I want. I love you has nothing to do with exiling someone from everyone because you can't stand to lose them. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I love you, but I can't trust you. I love you, but I don't want to be with you. I love you, but I don't really mean it. I love you, but I only said that to get in your pants. I love you, but marriage will not fix these problems. I love you, but I don't want to do this anymore. I love you, but we need to split. These words can mean love or hate. These words can carry the weight of the world to some people and to some none at all. It's a shame to take three of the simplest words in the English language for granted. You can say I love you all day, but do you ever really mean it? I love you for being my friend. I love you for being there. I love you for being you. I love you for being able to see past my faults. I love you for just having the space in your heart for me. These words can cause gravity to shift, allowing the rest of the world to dissolve behind them. I love you, and I surrender my will. I love you, and I give this so humbly away to you. I love you, and I care so much about what you think. I love you, and I can't see me ever being out of your company. I love you, and I need to feel your touch on me every day. I love you, and I so willingly submit. Now, please, please, please think about what these words mean to you. I love you. Peace.
That was fire. That was fire.
All right, go ahead, Queen.
Look, hey, and look, I say that a lot. People use the word love and just throw it away, throw it around. That's why I have a poem called "Fuck Love" and the people that say it. Because for the simple fact is, I don't want to hear it. I rather you show me that you love me. Don't tell me that you love me. Anybody can tell you that you love, but what is the action behind it? Love is an action word. I tell people all the time, shit, Ike love Tina, but shit, that ain't the love that Tina wanted. So, when people talking about, oh, I love you, what does that mean? You love me, but you go around cheat on me. You love me, but you do all these other extra stuff. How is that love? Explain to me, where is the love in that bull? You know what I'm saying? So, when people tell you I love you, what I don't care. See, I love hot dogs. So what that mean? But
That's real.
anyway, man, like let's keep it a dollar. But who want to spend some fire there? I think Lady Crucible. Lady Crucible.
It was true.
Hey, she said she got a fire one, man. You ready to take that center stage?
The true speak yet?
I skipped True. Oh, my fault, my fault. True. It's on you. Then after you, Lady Crucible.
Oh, word, word, word. I'm just so this is a piece from my book, Writing Through the Pain, available on all platforms. Shameless
Get
plug.
that, get that.
But it's just a mental piece, a mental health piece I wrote, and it go. So the other day I was driving on the Main Street Bridge. I didn't know if it was iCloud to an iPhone or just a lot of traffic. Either way, it was backed up. I thought, what could be the reason of why all these cars turn into volunteer statues, tires turning into cement bricks, bridge turning into quicksand, everything is hesitant and struggling to move, brake lights turning into once was a bridge into a red sea of pool, wishing that Moses could take part in getting me to my destination, but it was 5 o'clock, so I'm pretty sure his staff was stuck in traffic too. We slowly began to move. I get closer to where the trouble began. I get closer to the magazine in the waiting room, meaning I get closer to the issue at hand. Mind eager and angered, the closer I got, and all of a sudden I see police and firefighters looking over the bridge at water that was full of life and a body that was most likely not. And I thought, what probable possibility prompted this person to make death seem so palatable, imaginable, turning himself into a casualty so casual? But then I thought, sometimes I've shared the same sentiments. Like death, there has to be some type of benefit. Something had my own thoughts of being on that same bridge at a point when I felt like life was best unlived, when I felt like there was nothing left in my life that I could give, when purpose found itself plastered on posters, when hope found itself on the back of milk cartons, when depression finally got the master key to my mind and moved in and got comfortably seated, and misery came knocking at the door right after and found the company it needed. When a forfeit seemed more fitting than trying to force it, and suicide seemed so suitable. Yes, I've too have seen myself staring over the ledge, emotions and feet on edge, trying to calculate my worth of my birth and death, trying to figure out which one is worth less, and trying to figure out if I'm just worthless. Mentally fighting away thoughts of self-hate day to day, telling myself that I'm not just debris way up in the sky, meaning I'm not just a waste of space. And it was up to me to choose to believe it. If I choose to receive it, I realize you can't put penny thoughts on the table with life that is so worth a fortune. I realize you can't have other people validate your importance. Everyone has a reason to live. God didn't give you this life just so you can renege. He didn't make you out of fine china just so you can damage it. He handcrafted this hand just because he knew you could handle it. He knew you would handle it, not dismantle it. All of those suicidal thoughts that egg you on, scramble it. Life is not meant to be over easy. You're extraordinary. You should be grateful for your existence. You should be trying to exceed, not you're trying to exceed, not expire your expirations, not examining your expiration. Just stop and exhale, not exit. You're exactly where you need to be. So don't let no one tell you anything else. But I'm going to just let you handle that yourself. Whether you're atheist or spiritual, look in the mirror. The Messiah makes no mistakes. He makes miracles. Life is full of meaning. You just have to make it meaningful. That's that piece.
Fire. Fire.
Oh, we.
The Messiah don't make mistakes. He make what?
No, man, that first alliteration with them P's, like, bruh, like, God.
Love,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell
love.
you. I'm gonna tell you what got me. Hope on the back of milk cartons. I'm just
Hmm.
trying. I'm trying to find
Yeah.
hope. That was
Missing. Missing, bruh. That's, yeah.
Man, that's love. A lot of people don't catch
look,
that line. That's love.
Listen,
look,
hold on, hold on.
look.
My mic was muted, and there was parts in there. I was like, I was drinking I got a whole gallon of water here, and I was drinking, I was hydrating, and I was like stopping, like, run it back, run
Look,
it back.
look, look, I told True Poet I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You
Hey,
fire.
that's love, bro. That's love. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
And
Can
Okay,
I go
so
after Miss Lady goes?
hold on, I forgot to introduce how you pronounce your name? Abriana. I don't want to mispronounce your name. It's like
Pretty
ABRE.
island girl.
How you pronounce your name?
It won't let me do it. Oh, there we go. My name is Abralia.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's different. How you doing?
I'm alright. I'm painting right now.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to cook.
Can you tell the people where you from and what you do? The painter.
Hmm?
Can you tell the people where you're from and what you do?
Kingston, dental assistant.
Okay, okay, okay. Shout out to you, dental assistant. Hey, we need some dental. Hey, everybody need to hit that dentist, man, for real. Health is wealth. Facts.
Mm,
Yes, for real.
mhm.
So,
Thank you
so
so much.
lady Crucible, I know you got some fire over there. Look, you've been waiting. You've been hearing all this fire. You've been like, look, I got me
Oh,
one.
oh, oh yeah, I got one. I got one for
Okay,
y'all.
okay, okay. Lady Crucible, it's on you. Center stage.
All right, y'all. This one is called "Pissing Down My Back Like Raindrops." Rage boiling deep. It's hard to control. Anger festers creeping in my veins. Motherfuckers minding my business, leaving thoughts on shocks and suspensions. My tongue's relentless, cutting deep. Lashes flying like bullets. Bashes of blasphemy like I'm pulling triggers. Pissing down my back? You got the wrong one, Jack. Those heavy rainfalls, screaming, I would never be worthy. You hear it calling, but I feel worthless. All this shit really hurts me. So disturbing. This emotional roller coaster, loops and turns, got me spinning, fighting demons, watching bridges burn. Storms brewing hard, making it tough to hold on. Silence reverberates through these halls. Something feels wrong. These demons got a grip on my soul, like a vice on my soul, trapped in this dark void. That stronghold, not letting go. This don't feel like me no more. See, I've lost control, bruised and torn. I'm a damn woman scorned. Now amused in the dark, used and abused, tossed me like a fucking rag doll. Left me with scars and wounds wide open and bruised by my own subconscious. Can't shake this pain. Venom injected into my veins. What the hell they doing to me? That shattered illusions, pieces scattered on the floor. My psychosis running wild. Can't take it no more. Now they pissing harder than before. Drowning in puddles, shadows lurking, those whispers of I can't trust myself. Now I'm questioning my thoughts. This rage is surging, scouring the dirty. They kept pissing down my back, making it harder to struggle through their rubble. But I am the storm, turning my pain to power. I became sovereign, breaking free from these chains, pissing down my back like raindrops as I've danced in your rain long enough. Point.
Yeah, yeah. Come on now. Can you hear my
Good,
snaps?
good,
I
good.
don't know if you can hear my snaps.
Oh, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
Come on, poet.
Fire, fire.
I got
Hey,
one.
sometimes you definitely get tired of people feeling like you worthless, and you've heard it many times, but then you get to that point where, what's that word my mom used to tell me? You got to show them better than you can tell them.
Hmm.
So
Talk.
it's like my pen becomes diabolical, and once it becomes relentless, my tongue like venom. It's yeah, Spider-Man ain't got nothing on me.
Look, look, look. I love how y'all express yourself in your poetry because it gives me a chance to look at your life through your eyes. Your creativity, how you explain stuff and how you describe it. You know, your cadence. Your the look. I tell people all the time when I write, these words gotta fight themselves to be on this paper. Every word that I write is for a purpose and for a reason. So when I hear people, spit their poetry and I'm listening to the words and I'm like, and how they expressing themselves and how they explain it, it's like you take a trip in a mind. You know, and I'm looking in through your eyes and seeing what you seeing. And then for you to
Right.
express that, and I can see that, like you painting a picture, like Shorty, like I tell Shorty Rock all the time, she paint movies. When she do her poetry, it's like she's painting a movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So and I love that I can take that journey with you. That's fire.
I
Hey,
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Paul Cram, you said you got another one.
I'm in the middle of doing something.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
listening.
okay. So
I
ink
got
pen,
one.
so ink pen.
Boy,
I was
y'all ain't
trying
ready
to
to
I was
spit. I
trying to
like
get
this
another
energy.
Look,
I was
look.
trying to get another one in too.
Okay, I got you at the so ink pen. OB's on you.
Boy, y'all locked in.
Let's get it.
I apologize to the women of the Latina, Native, and Negro cultures. I know you're tired and you're ready to stop running from all those circling vultures you've been hunted, tracked down, and left out in the streets. Shit, you're probably tired of running. You probably all beat. I would say lay your burden on me, but fact to be is you've been bred to be tough, so you're in short supply of need. Ever since the day of old master when you took you out the field and brought you in the big house, put you in a nice blouse, then took his hands and mouth and ran it down south. Next thing you know, you spitting his evil seed out. Add that to the fact that you now got to play mammy to the rest of his illegitimate bastards running around these grounds. But what about Maria? Maria stripping strawberries all day in the field for her daughters and sons. Then on her way home, she sees lights billowing over her shoulder, brighter than that, the sun. These men whisk her away to an old farm where they do away with her clothes like old rags, then throw her down and treat her like nothing more than a dirty old hag. And when it's all said and done, she gathers up her belongings and starts her long walk home. No tears escape her face for fear that they'll see they've won. She stops by a watering hole, kinda like the same one the slave once used. After all, before she goes home, she just wants to wash away the day's bruises and blues. But let's go back centuries a few. See what the natives went through. She throws herself at the feet of the invaders, pleading for the lives of her daughters and sons. These men claiming God and religion, rape and pillage while talking about the love of the Lord. And they wonder why there's so much dissension when it comes to love through religion and dying by the sword. She kneels down and readies herself for what she's about to have to do. Then time goes by as the sun gives way to the night sky with only the light of the moon. Soldier, he he tilts his hat and lifts her up and thanks her for her service to him and his men. Then with the same mouth that he had on this nimble little Indian, he screams, "Fire Will! Kill them all! The Lord don't love no savages. Take this one back to camp. She's something we can barter and have fun with." And as they caught her off, she sees the fire and burning embers and hears the cries of her young. The crazy thing is, it's the last time she'll hear her mother tongue. See, these women have every right not to love, not to care, and to just want to be free. It's our job as men to be kings to these queens born into a life so damaging. So when you see her staring out the window with a look of disgust and you know you've done nothing wrong, men, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because she's probably hearing that old ancestral song. She needs to be guided, loved, led, and more importantly, she needs to be allowed to lead. Because we as men have no idea the ills running rampant in the mind of the offspring of a downtrodden queen. In peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's storytelling at its finest right there.
Look,
Thank
I can see a real fire video. You narrating this, I
That'd be
can see a
great.
real fire like little video to this. Like there's some really dope scenery in what you was talking about. Like you should
Thank
really
you.
think about putting this as a production and doing a little a scene with this poem. This is just my thoughts, my opinions. You don't have to do it, but I feel like you need to do like a
I've
little
been
short
wanting to.
little.
I just can't never get the people involved.
Oh man, you need to make that happen. That is one of the ones. You need to do that. You need to make that happen. No matter what it takes, whatever you need to make that happen. Make a little short film about it.
Roger that.
Narrating. Direct it, whatever. But that's powerful. You need to do that. I'm gonna make sure you do it. I'm gonna stay
Roger
on
that.
you. I'm
Thank
gonna
y'all.
stay on you until because you need to do that for real.
Roger that.
Look, Obi, go ahead
Yeah.
and knock him dead. Obi, it's on you.
Paul Krim said he wanted to go before me.
It's on
No,
you,
I
Obi.
didn't.
Let's go.
That's what was in the chat. Okay. Um. Damn, I wasn't prepared. Okay.
Let's go.
I understand that you wasn't ready, and that's okay. But I spend time investing in you, hoping you would be my morning star, and I could be David, picking you up from places where only God knew. See, I saw you as being more than beautiful. You was my goddess. And I hope that one day we be able to play amongst the stars. More than Jupiter and Mars, I wanted to be the sun and the moon. I wanted us to be able to eclipse each other, weather the storm. But there's a reality I didn't realize would exist. You still hadn't the man that you dismissed. Or better yet, dismissed you. I don't really know the whole story. So, however the case may go, it still goes because I'm still trying to find a way to find you. I'm still blinded because I still have feelings for you. I know that seems messed up, but at the same time, what the fuck? I mean, there's so much that I have to say to you, but I can't because it's critical that I withdraw my feelings because if I don't, what's inside of me may actually pour out. And I can't afford that because at the same time, I gotta put my feelings on my back. Like them heavyweights. I can't bench press no more because every time I look at you, all I see is scars. And your scars ain't mine. And even though I spent time trying to find a divine in you, you still seem to think you're less than beautiful. And even though I want you to be my moon and I be your sun, you be my queen and I be your king, you still want to go out in the field and have fun. But it's okay because you still beautiful to me. You just not for me. And that's okay. Because I've moved on and now I understand that you have to be the calm and the storm at the same time. Thunder and rain, just pain and disappointment. But the reality is, broken relationships don't always seem to come with the right pieces, so you end up playing like jigsaw puzzles in movies. See, I'm sawing you in half, hoping that I'll have half of the cadaver so I can save it for later. Maybe eat off the plate a little bit. Never mind. I just won't spit. I'll just take my time and relax, collect my thoughts, because I know what's about to happen, and I don't want to get them guns clapping. Because my soul can be in that pen, but at the same time, you come with a lot of sin and a lot of hurt and bruises, and at the same time, I will ink them lines across you, and I'm gonna use that Indian ink. That way, and your spine will become my pedigree, and next time I will see your epitaph has my name written in stone. Don't get me wrong, I do miss you, conversations we had. But at the end of the day, you ain't your bed. So now you gotta lay in it. Ashay.
That was a
Again,
freebie.
fire.
Was that a
Huh?
freebie?
Yeah, that was a freebie. Cause I wasn't prepared.
Word.
Oh, that was
Did you
man.
freestyle
Look,
my name into that?
Yeah.
look.
I
I can
caught
tell.
that.
Look, the coldest line that I liked in that was, "I thought you was the moon, I was the sun. I thought we can eclipse each other." That was fire.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was fire. And that was a freestyle that make it 10 times fire. Just for the artistry.
I
Paul
wasn't ready.
Cram,
I was hoping
you on mute.
Paul Cram would have
There you
had his
go, Paul
My
piece
Cram. There you
ready.
bad.
go.
I commend anybody who can freestyle a poem. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all lives was on the line and I had to freestyle a poem, you dead. Like there's nothing I can do. I can't
Look,
save it.
that's a
That's
fact.
funny. That's
That is a
hilarious.
fact.
It's over
I
with. I
mean,
can't help.
if
And
your
you know
life was
what,
on the
Paul
line and
Cram?
I
I agree
had to
with.
freestyle a poem, I could. If your life was on the line and I had to freestyle a good one, nah, you
If my
dying in
life was
acid.
I'm
if my life was on the line and I had to
gonna just
freestyle a
say this
poem,
here.
I'm gonna say fuck you and hope they
Okay.
accept it
On
as
a
my piece.
scale on a scale of one
If
to
I
10.
had to freestyle a poem, if I had to freestyle a poem, I swear to God, it'd be ADHD like, because I promise you, I would start with one thing and forget what I was talking about and end up talking about something else and then start back from where I started at. And yeah, it's like, the mouse ain't turning on the wheel today. Yeah, can't do it.
I'm
Can't
just
do it.
saying, if I
I
could
tried, but yeah,
freestyle,
it ain't.
I, I'm saying if I could freestyle, um, my mouth has no filter, so anything and everything goes.
That
So
too.
I'm a freestyle, but I got no rules and no chains and no leashes attached to me at all. So
Mm.
good
I'm
luck.
gonna
I
be
have
real with
no desire
y'all.
and no
Okay,
talent for
okay,
it.
okay. So
Damn.
y'all want me to do another piece?
No,
Before you go, I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on. Since there's no rules, since
no,
there's
no,
no
no.
No, see,
rules,
look,
So
we
we
not
got.
doing
since there's no
we're not doing
rules,
that.
Remember,
This
we got somebody. There's somebody else that's supposed to go, right? This wasn't a
yeah. So
freestyle battle.
Yeah, I
no,
think
Somebody
it's
was
Lady
supposed to
P
you the
this
go.
one
time.
making requests. You the one
No,
making
I didn't.
requests.
I didn't make a request. I'm sorry if you thought that was a request.
Oh no, I'm
That
sorry.
wasn't.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, that wasn't a request. I'm sorry if you thought that was.
Oh,
But
okay.
to all the poets, I'm gonna say this. I do feel like we all can freestyle a poem. I mean, we write a lot, so thoughts often come to our head. The only
right,
thing it's really repetition. It's really repetition. So I
right.
challenge all of y'all to throw on any type of beat. Just throw on any type of beat, like a soul beat, and just spend 5 minutes just freestyling. Just spend
All right.
5 minutes freestyling, and the more
All right.
repetition you do with it, the better you get at it.
All right.
You know what's gonna hurt me with that, brother?
Okay.
And if
Tell me
if you
about it.
laugh at
I'm
me,
gonna
I
try that.
totally understand. This is
Hold,
what's
hold,
gonna hurt me with that right there. I'm 42 years old and I still listen to Tech Nine like it's brand new.
I'm not mad
And
at
I'm
that.
gonna take it.
Bruh, so do I. I was just
I'm not
listening to
mad at
I
that.
Love You, but fuck you
I
today.
don't know
look,
how to. I'm gonna be sitting there trying to figure out how do I freestyle and make it.
But that's the
I'm
thing.
Hold
That's
on,
the
let
sorry.
me
thing.
look.
And another thing, like
No apology.
when you freestyling, like you don't have to go at this certain speed. You can take your
right,
time. Like
right.
it's like it's really like you collecting your thoughts. You may be thinking you going fast, but it's like that when you performing. Like you like, dang, I'm speeding through this, but like the slower you go, bro, the more flowing it sounds. Like it like
I'm gonna try
freestyling,
it.
yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
try it.
hard, but like yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
to work in a minute and I'm gonna try it. While
yeah,
I'm at
yeah.
Hold
work, I'm
on.
Throw
gonna
on,
listen to a couple beats
yeah.
and I'm gonna
I
try
think
it.
I got something. Hold on real quick. Let me see.
Oh, I'm not gonna
Hold
try it
on.
now.
hold
I
up.
like that. I like that. I like
Hold
that.
up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
no
Hey y'all,
freestyling.
I gotta go. I gotta finish this water and then I gotta go in hygiene. Love y'all. Y'all stay motivated.
Dude is a hydrating man for real.
Look, hey man, appreciate you having me on the show. So appreciate everyone. Hey man, we getting to the little 2 hour mark, man. My wife only give me 2 hours to get up on here. Then she tell I gotta get up out of here, man. So you know, hey, this
Happy
is just
wife.
hey, happy life, man. Hey, that is a true statement, man. People don't understand.
Happy
Like,
house,
you
happy
want to
house.
alienate on woman to the one that cook for you.
Oh, signals.
Like I'm not gonna piss off. She cook for me. Like I want a good meal. Like nah, I don't want to eat beans and weenies. Like I don't want to eat noodles. Like she cooks good. I'm not gonna
Right.
piss that off at all. But I appreciate everyone that came on this platform. Hey, we got time for one last poem. Man. Anyone got a poem they want to exit us out on?
Paul was supposed to do a poem.
Okay,
Oh, okay, I can do one. I can do it.
okay,
All right.
it's on you. Give you the flow.
Usually, I get asked the question, Paul Cram, are you okay? And no matter how bad I want to open my mouth and release everything that has my soul weighed down, the only words produced is, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I got this. As a man, I know this is the only right answer because I'm not allowed to show my weak spots. But recently, I was asked a question in a way that made me feel obligated to answer truthfully. They said, Paul Cram, why does your happy seem more like a forced protection instead of a welcome emotion? The question hit me hard. And with tear filled eyes, I looked them in the face and said, I want you to imagine a hurricane in all its destructive glory, dismantling everything in its path without any remorse, without a single care of the pain it leaves during its journey of hatred. Imagine that this same hurricane is responsible for more damage than any storms on record. I've had relationships drown in the tearful storm surges created from the winds of my depression, bending the eternal building of security that is no longer safe due to its only means of protection, drifting away with the crashing waves. Imagine a hurricane powerful enough to decimate all my levees of confidence, trying to hide under pride's umbrella just to realize there are holes in my defense. So I'm being soaked down to my cotton socks with guilt to the point where I stop caring about getting wet. Imagine the love I once had in my heart excavating, evacuating without ever looking back, and despair becoming an entitled squatter, taking control and reducing the value of something that at one point in time I found priceless. Imagine being forced to smile daily to prevent your storm from flooding lives that are not yours. I prevent myself from a social being because the storm is everlasting and I never know where the lightning will strike. So I stay away to prevent innocent casualties. Now imagine that you're me, mentally living in this hurricane season where there is a constant brewing of chaos and pain, making my skies gray on most days. But I've learned how to dig deep and push back against the rough winds of life. I've learned how to deal with the discomfort of tear-soaked socks, determined to take more steps forward today than I did the previous one. I've learned to take shelter behind the fabricated smile that pairs perfectly with the lie I tell when people ask the question, am I okay? No, I am not okay. And I have not been okay for quite a while. But I've learned how to pretend to be. You see, you never truly understand a man without knowing the roads he has traveled. But are you truly willing to put on my tear-soaked socks and walk a mile in shoes that are saturated with my grief? Or will you just allow the response of, yes, I'm okay. Yes, I am good. Yes, I am okay. Be good enough so that you do not become a victim of my mental hurricane. And that's that drip.
Yeah, good writing there, poet. Good writing. Good writing.
Fire. Look, man, look. Hey, I'm glad that I had the opportunity to meet each and every one of y'all because each one of y'all have a special gift. And I'm becoming fans of each one of y'all every day. Every time I hear y'all poetry, I'm becoming a fan of y'all, man. So I appreciate y'all for even gracing this platform, spitting your poetry, and also even to to even get in the league. We ain't even touched about the league yet. And, that's what I really wanted to get into. Just talk about the league a little bit. But we was in here, spitting this poetry, and we was really in that thing. So shout out to all the poets. Shout out to y'all craft, and y'all keep doing your thing, man. I might come back on here. Probably like Tuesday, no, probably Monday. Man, my schedule be so hectic. I don't know, man. Look, I'm trying to
Mhm.
get back. I'm trying to get back on here. Probably, I'm gonna see if I could jump back on here tomorrow, man. I ain't got that much to do tomorrow, so I might try to jump back on here and we can get to talk about the league and stuff like that, and also get into a little bit more poetry. But I mean, I appreciate every one of y'all for coming on here tonight and blessing the people, blessing the world with y'all
Yeah,
dope poetry.
appreciate the space, man. Appreciate the space.
Look, it
Yeah.
was fire, man.
Most definitely, most definitely. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be on here every time you allow me to come on the panel, man. I appreciate it. Most definitely.
Look, most definitely, and man, and we all poets, and we all have a love for poetry, and it's all about building each other up, having a community, and also sticking together as poets because there's so many people that's against us and saying that our craft is not good or our craft is an old dying art, whatever. But we trying to bring life back into poetry. So as a whole together, we stand together, we can strike with a mighty blow. So just
That's
keep in
right.
mind,
Facts.
like as poets, like we stick together, man. We on we
Big
we on our own
facts.
game, poetry game, man. If it ain't poetry, it ain't nothing then. So, but shout out to each one of y'all, man. Uh, Paul Cram, tell the people where you who you. Oh, I can't even. My mouth jumping. I need some water, and I'm drinking this Coca Cola, and I need to drink water. Hey, drink water and get money, get healthy. But Paul Cram, tell the people who you are and where you from.
Paul Cram the poet, aka Drip of all trades. Originally from Louisiana, now reside in Iowa. You can catch me usually on Saturdays on the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge podcast. That's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. YouTube channel by the same name. Subscribe so that way you won't miss an episode. Also, I have 3 singles right now that are being streamed: "Healing to Forgive," "Attitude Adjustment," and "The Blueprint." I'm working on my upcoming EP called Love, Lust, and Lyrics. So this is going to be a collection of some erotic poetry, some love pieces. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, okay, okay. OB knowledge, OB knowledge. Let them know who you are and where you from.
I'm OB Knowledge, from Chicago, reside in the ATL. You can catch me on Instagram at Verbal Doctrine Productions, at Instagram.com. You can catch me at PLS Custom Designs, at Instagram.com, TikTok, OB Knowledge. Uh, you can catch me on Clubhouse at OB Knowledge, at Street Corner Poet. Uh, where else? You can catch me on LinkedIn at knowledge at verbaldoctrine.com. Um, and you will be able to catch me on Amazon in about a month. I'll be re-releasing my book and my epilepsy CD.
Fire, fire, fire. Okay, Lady Crucible. Tell the people where you from, and how your poetry read.
I'm Lady Crucible from Chicago. You can find me on Instagram as Lady Crucible. You can find me on Facebook under Nia Coney. You can find me on YouTube under Poetic Priestess. Got a book. Hopefully, if it's the Lord's will, I'll be dropping my first book by the end before the end of this year. So looking forward to that. And hey, just doing me. Gigi, I don't see honey pots.
True Poet, tell the people who you are and where you from. My bad.
Oh, you good. Hey, it's True Poet, based out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Man, you can find me on Instagram, the real True Poet, everything TRU. Facebook, True McCoy. Got a book out, the Writing Through the Pain. That's on Amazon right now. Also got a album out on all platforms, based on a true story. Like I said, everything TRU, man. Appreciate y'all.
Most definitely, most definitely. And y'all already know who it is, you know. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't gotta quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what they mean. Y'all wrote it. Thank y'all everybody for stepping on this platform. Shorty Rock, Soul Ink Pen. Shout out to everybody that spit their poetry. Hey, y'all some real dope poets, man. Shout out to y'all. And look, we gonna get in tomorrow. We gonna get into this PoetryLifeLeague tomorrow. Everybody that have questions and trying to figure out, okay, what is this about? How is it going down? What is it going to look like? Is how we going to elevate our poetry and our brand by doing this? All those questions will be answered tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned and y'all stay blessed, man. It's poetry, we in this thing and we finna grow and sky's the limit, man. Y'all finna figure out who's the best of the best of the best in this game. So remember who I am. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Y'all already wrote it. Y'all matter.
Get the money with you or with your not. Get the fucking whip with the pot. Your corn, I invest up in the stock. Left everybody went straight up to the top. Don't care like me or like me not. See the I spin the block. Ain't gon' stop till see them all drop. Grave your field, yeah, I see the plot. Grave your field, yeah, I see the plot. Ain't gon' stop till see them all drop. See the I spin the block. Don't care like me or like me not. Left everybody went straight up to the top. George corn, I invest up in the stock. Get the fucking whip with the pot. Get the money with you or with your not.